Okay, if I made you smile a little bit today, the like button is down there, my goofy self. And if you've got issues with insomnia, okay, the subscribe button is over there. That ought to fix it. Okay, we're inside the garage. We're inside the garage east interior wall. This is the electric load center. Um, um, the Some people call it the breaker box, the electric service panel cabinet. Call it what you will. It's not labeled very well. It's supposed to be labeled better than that, so we got some labeling issues. Somebody's using the bond off of the cabinet for a bootleg ground. I'm not sure what that's about. You're not supposed to have more than 1/8 of an inch gap in the cabinet. That compromises the fire blocking because the door, okay, the dead front fits right on top of that. And the fire can just run outside the cabinet like that and run down in there. Whee! Okay. The bonding location is not labeled inside of the cabinet, which, by the way, is over here on the water heater, cold water supply. And speaking of the water heater, cold water supply, I didn't mention this in the video, but we got corrosion on the valve. There's some corrosion on the valve there. This is the lawn sprinkler. The stations are not labeled. We're not inspecting that today. Wasn't contracted for inspection. So go back to here. We got improper labeling. We got the gap. Okay. The cabinet was screwed into place instead of nailed. Alright. So screws are faster, screws are tighter. I get that. But nails have more shear strength. So if this garage experienced a tornado, for example, and it got blown up, you've already got a bad day. I get that. You've already got a bad day. But if it's screwed in place, nailed in place, excuse me, the odds of it staying next to, a couple sticks and lumber, first responders can step over the sparky box instead of the box just popping out like a pimple. Not supposed to have white hots, okay? And so these wires should be wrapped with black tape. Whoop-de-doo. All right. Your main neutral coming in, it should be wrapped with white tape. Whoop-de-doo. Now here's your neutrals. Neutrals carry current. They complete the path. Your neutrals are not supposed to be doubled, and they are. We should have rubber covers over these. If you don't know that's hot, you don't belong in this box. Wires. See this? You only have one? Where's the other one? Got two. Okay. Wires aren't supposed to go any farther than these curves. Wires are not supposed to be touching the panel cover. And this is called bundling. It's very common. My reference is almost apologetic, but it's called bundling. And it's nothing that you would correct now, but when it comes time to replace the cabinet, you might want to think about, telling them, don't jack it in there like that other drunk did. Be the best drunk you can be. And separate those wires like they're supposed to be. We got combustible debris inside the box. So, what did we learn? Oh, and these are stackable breakers, but this says that it's okay. But this is the only label that we've got. The manufacturer's label inside the cabinet has been peeled off. So, in essence, this, it's a 30-year-old panel anyway, but it made it, it became obsolete. 150 amp service. So what did we learn? We learned that we got gaps wider than 1/8 of an inch. We learned that our cabinet's not properly labeled. We learned that we got combustible debris inside of the cabinet and the cabinet was screwed in. We learned that we got white hots. It should be wrapped with black tape. And we learned that our main neutral, has not been wrapped with white tape. We learned that we do not have protective rubber boots on here. We learned that our neutrals are double lugged. We learned that our cables are touching the cabinet cover. And we learned that we've got bundling. That's what we learned. So I'm going to go a little farther. That's a shear crack from the foundation movement. But all these are symptoms of, and I was saying this before, but this is a symptom of improper attic ventilation, or maybe the ventilation is coming from the dog door, okay? Or maybe it's coming from the laundry equipment. So we've got all these things contributing to, I mean, the ceiling's just a mess, man.